Hello, Taurus. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. My name is Nathalie. So I'll be doing your reading today. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you capture this reading, you could expect, if it resonates with you, these messages will occur around that timeline. So I do not have a preset format or what do you call that, spread that I do. I just lay the cards down in a specific line, and then I will pull some other cards from a different deck to get clarification or support cards for those cards that came out. And then I'll take some advice cards from a couple of different decks. I'll pull some Scrabble tiles, and then I will take a final card from the After Tarot as an outcome card. All right, so here we go. So already we have the Three of Pentacles that came out, the King of Pentacles. So, wow, Taurus, you're all about money, you're all about the earth. Already you have two earth cards that came out, so that's nice to see. Oops, all right, my God. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and then the Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. Okay. All right, so I think there's a lot of pentacles in here. There's already 3 pentacles, 2 cups, and 1 wand. So clearly to me, this is more about a materialistic reading than it'll be something to do about emotions, although there's 2 cups. So I'll just start with what I feel. So if we look at the energy from the Page of Cups to begin with, so this is the bottom of the deck. The Page of Cups is usually one that is creative, is, loving and has a lot of emotions and wants to share that with others by his creativity, his poetry, his flamboyant, costumes and whatnot. But in this deck, I don't like the Page of Cups. First of all, what I see in this card is someone who's not willing to share, first of all, with others around them. He's a little selfish. He's the guy drinking out of the cup. And meanwhile, you have a couple right there sitting below him. They're kind of like looking up at him and reaching out, almost begging to get some of that serum or wine or whatever he's drinking out of that cup. So I find it's almost like a manipulative energy. It's an unfair and maybe selfish. I see that as selfishness, and not so much the positive Page of Cups reading that we usually see. Or not reading, but meaning that we usually see in other tarot decks. All right. Now, if we start with the first card out, it's the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork. In this deck, it looks more like a card of someone teaching others. You're learning a new skill. So you're teaching to new people, or you're sharing your knowledge with others. So it is a teamwork card, but more so on the sense of sharing your knowledge. And then with the King of Pentacles is one that is called the King, the Midas touch king. So one that whatever he touches turns to gold. So a very successful king. Lots of money, no worries to be had there. And also lots of health. He's very healthy looking. In terms of body and size and whatnot. So there's this sharing of your knowledge and wealth, if you think, as knowledge as wealth as well, and being able to benefit from it because you worked hard for it. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is, equal give and take, sharing. But in this deck, I don't see it as that either. I see this deck that, yes, that man wants to share a piece of food or a plate containing some food to 2 individuals. But if you look closely at the individual on the back behind that man, he's already drinking out of a cup. So he's already been benefiting from the offering. So I almost see this as a cup of favoritism. Like someone's being favored over someone else. And that's probably going hand in hand with this. There's someone selfish, and maybe this kid in the back is selfish and he wants more. So less is offered to the girl who's kneeling in front of this man, So maybe this is what we're seeing, is we're seeing the selfishness come out here now. And if this is something to do with work, it's again, some favors are given to some employees and not to you, or they're given to you and not to other employees. But I think it's probably that you're the one that's being favored, because the next card out is the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is a card of standing your grounds, like you need to defend yourself against the situation. And I think that you have worked hard. You've worked really hard. And maybe some of the things you've done are completely unseen by others. And maybe that's why people are thinking that you're not allowed to be the only one drinking out of that cup. We want some too. They probably haven't seen all the work you've done. So that's probably why there's that feeling of selfishness that they see. And that's probably why if this is noticed that the kid here is drinking out of the cup and the little girl isn't, and then if it ever finds out, that you have to, come up and defend yourself about it. You're going to have to do some explaining. And then all of a sudden you have this new love or this new self-worth that comes through. I mean, you're going to be using that as well to defend yourself. That's what I see from this. So we'll get some supporting cards to get a little bit more into this message. All right, so give me some supporting cards for the Three of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Ace of Cups, please. Five of Cups. Strength card. No, sorry, the Seven of Wands and the King of Cups. All right, it'll be these two. All right. Okay, so I see here, again, on a similar path as the top line, but a little bit more emotions on the bottom line, because we have two cups, and we have two wands, and then one pentacle. So we have the Five of Cups, the Seven of Wands, King of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So the Five of Cups falls right below the Three of Pentacles. And I think this is where I'm getting the feeling that, I'm sorry, my dishwasher we're running in the background if you hear a funky noise. From what I see from here is you have been mandated to, share your knowledge with others. And, you did a fantastic job of this, but you probably somehow felt disappointed that it wasn't recognized as such. And hence this card, right? Whenever you get a cup, you're going to be drinking out of it and not sharing with others. Like someone's been breadcrumbing you probably in the past with recognition, for the good job you've done. And that's probably what happened, is you're feeling disappointed. However, having said that, you are someone very successful, okay? And I've asked you to, same card as here, Seven of Wands, it's asked you to defend yourself, to stand your ground and defend yourself at times where you needed to. And then in terms of Six of Pentacles, for the not equal give and take as such, you have the King of Cups right underneath it. And that, if I see it from your perspective, is you're fine with that, because The King of Cups is one that is emotionally stable, right? Being able to keep his cool collectively, like able to keep his cool when there's chaos around. You do get a little bit of an extra. Although you have been disappointed, significantly disappointed, you've been able to manage your cool, keep your cool intact, and not be super emotional about anything. And here at the top line where it's asked you to actually defend yourself in case this has come out, this truth of, yeah, you've been getting a little bit extra than others around you. You've had to defend yourself. But I think by doing so, it also creates a new opportunity, the Ace of Wands for you. And this ace is also followed by the Ace of Cups on the top line, which is a new opportunity that makes you feel extremely content and self-loving for having done this, having been able to stand up for yourself, having done all the hard work you've done, been breadcrumbed, having had some tough times, with disappointment, having to stand up for yourself, keeping it cool. You've actually built yourself some self-confidence and self-love, which is very good. I see that very positively. And then following that, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is the slow knight in the deck, the slowest knight in the deck. So he's one that's, before moving ahead with anything, is going to make sure that there's a very good foundation. And as you should know that you are kind of like that yourself as a sign, Taurus. You need to have a good foundation, solid foundation before jumping into anything. So this is a very good reading for you. You've had some hardships, you've had some deceptions, but being the Taurus that you are, typically you're a very grounded person, and you do a lot of hard work. But you do have to stand up for yourself in order to get things rolling further and moving along for you. All right, so now I'm going to pull a couple of cards. Oops. Further message cards. And these are cards from Sonia Choquette. All right, so this is card number 60, and it says, blow off some steam. Well, we don't see that anywhere here, okay? Blow off some steam. But I think this is something definitely that you probably have to do in the background. So if this is related to work, your day-to-day activities, in the public eye or with other individuals, you may want to blow off some steam, but not so much in this parade type, but in the background on your own or with some people that you can trust. All right, because you probably need it. I mean, you can't keep things pent up forever, right? All right, so here's a card from the Dixit game cards. Yeah, okay, so this card is a card of warning, and it's a card about this little couple kids walking in the woods. It's a little dark, and then you've got this big bad wolf lurking in the background in the shadow. This is a card of warning, so be careful as you're treading along. Not everything is all rosy and peachy, so you may have someone lurking in the back that may have developed some jealous tendencies that will want to damage your reputation somehow. So, maybe check in later, because maybe that person did not come out here. I don't see too many people that have come out into this reading anyways, other than your energies. So I would say that be careful. This may be happening later. There's always someone jealous, right? All right, so now I have picked a animal card. These are cards that I've made myself. So I picked the moose for you, okay? So the moose is a majestic animal. It's very strong, it's proud, and it says that your individuality is your strength, knowledgeable and filled with wisdom. So basically, it's asking you not to forget that you are an individual, very strong individual, and that you have a majestic appearance and allure to yourself. So just keep your head high and be proud of who you are, Be proud of what you've obtained, what you've acquired, and where you're going, evidently. Oops. All right, so I'm going to pick one more card from a little deck that I created from stickers. Oh, this one here. Oh, there's two of them. Okay, so the first one out that I saw anyways is the writing card. So maybe you need to start taking notes. You may want to, because you're going to have to defend yourself, right? There's two cards of Seven of Wands. You may want to start journaling things to make sure that you capture facts and not, just emotions, because we do have the 2 cups here. 3 cups, 5 of cups, especially with the 5 of cups in the reading. Capture facts and not so much emotions. You may want to start journaling in order to be able to use that as your defense for the 7 of Wands. And what I like about this card, this is the one I didn't see, but it's pointing upwards, so it can only go up, all right? It cannot get worse. So I think the moments of 5 of cups are over. Feeling disappointed are over. It can only go up, pointing upwards. Very good. All right, so I'm going to grab 2 towels for you. H-I-J. So J. Sorry, I'm French, so I mix up my J's and my G's all the time. So it could be A and J or J and A, whichever. It could be people's initials. It could be company names. It could be departments. It could be whatever. Whatever means it means to you, J and A. All right, or A and J. And then finally, I'm going to actually pull a After Tarot card for a final outcome card. Well, the Magician came out. This is fantastic because, the Magician is the one that actually creates, he manifests and basically uses everything he has at his availability to get where he wants to go. And he's creating his future. So he's wishing it and he's making it happen. So this is very good. This is closing your reading on a very positive note. The only thing I'd be concerned with at this time from the advice is journaling, because you have to share facts and not emotions when you're going to be defending yourself. If you're going to be blowing off some steam, blow it off on a personal note, like privately. Don't do it on Facebook or social media or things like that, or with other people like colleagues from work. I would keep that separate, because someone is lurking in the background. Someone could be using anything in their favor to discredit you somewhere down the line in the future. All right, so I really appreciate the time you spent with me today, Taurus. So if you liked the video, you resonated with it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe. I mentioned already, I think, I'm not sure, but I do have a full-time job. So I do this as a hobby and I really love doing cards, but I will not be able to commit to doing readings on a specific time schedule. I will do these when I have the energy and when I don't have, and when I have time, obviously. So anyways, but I should be able to get a reading per sign once a month at least. All right. And if I have more time and more energy, then I'll probably do some other specials, like pick a card readings or just mid-month readings or things like that. Or maybe I'll be able to, if I see that this goes well, I'll be able to get into a routine with this and be able to be more consistent. All right, so having said that, thank you so much again, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.